go. Cool. Welcome, Ben. So yeah, this is our October community meeting. I'll just go move us along to the agenda. So obviously we're in our little welcome portion right now. Then we'll get some departmental updates. We'll talk about upcoming events, and then it'll be time for Q&A. Sound like a
Beautiful.
plan? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Our first update is from the advocacy department. I'm representing the advocacy department this evening. And our update is that the CP blog is back. So for those who've been involved with CP for a while now, you'll remember we had a pretty active blog in 2020, and it's kind of been quiet since, we've been doing other things, the podcast and things like that. But we're really excited to be launching the blog again. In line with our field work that's happening this fall. So we had our first post last week, and this, you can see the beautiful asset that our marketing team made for that. And this was to look back at 3 of the many candidates that we helped support last year in the midterms. And then the upcoming posts are going to feature, so this is like, where are they now? The upcoming posts are going to be CP supported candidates going into the field. So we'll be highlighting the candidates we're supporting in Virginia Beach and Richmond, so Virginia candidates, and then also our Eastern Washington work as well. So if you're interested in learning more about the candidates that we'll be, supporting, knocking doors for, keep an eye out for those blog posts that can be found on the CP website. And it's under the More tab, and happy to put the link in the chat as well. But yeah, and this is also a great way if you're, recruiting friends or talking to friends about the work that we're doing, and they want to know more. This is a great resource to share. So yeah, that's the advocacy team announcement. Any questions? Yeah.
This
Cool.
is wonderful. I love this.
Thanks.
Thank you for your advocacy.
Yes, of course. And I'll put the link in the chat right now. There we go. And we can move right along to fieldwork. We have a lot of fieldwork updates tonight, as always, and there's lots of good stuff going on. So I'll turn it over to Jessica to give us a recap on our Goodwill registration.
Thank you, Kylie. Yeah, so Goodwill, we had our Goodwill campaign, I think about 2 weeks ago now, and it was in honor of this year's National Voter Registration Day. And so we partnered with Evergreen Goodwill to register voters inside 11 of their stores. And it was very exciting because we got to move a little bit outside of King County and actually go up to Snohomish, Whatcom, Skagit, and Kitsap County and register voters every day. And it was really good. We did it for 4 days straight. And so we had hundreds of volunteers join us from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and to have really great conversations, to talk about voting, about the upcoming election, and to register new people. And I included a little bit of numbers on this slide, but they're really amazing. I'm really proud of everyone who showed up and joined us for that weekend. We did cover over 300 shifts. So that's 300 shifts of people registering voters every single day, and then total number of hours is almost to 1,000, which is so amazing considering we only did this for just a couple of days, and you guys came in the masses, and guys came out every single day, even on the weekends, which is really amazing. And the last one is that we actually registered over 200 new voters in Washington State, which is amazing. If you guys don't know, I mean, if you haven't done voter registration before, normally you only get like 2 or 3, if that. And so when you really see all the numbers come together and, we're registering over 100 people is absolutely amazing. And so I'm really proud of everyone who came out and joined us. And we're looking forward to next year's Goodwill voter registration campaign. And I also want to shout out to the couple of people who joined me last week also, because we had a couple of one-off voter registration events. A handful of you guys joined me at Gardner House, which is by Mount Baker, and Allen Family Center, and also at the Washington Innocence Project. Those are a couple of events that we had last week, and we registered some voters there, which was absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who joined and a big thank you. And I think we had a really good conversations, and I got to meet a lot of you guys. So yeah, and that's my update, and I'll pass it back to Kylie.
Well, oh,
Oh, no, never mind.
no, it's okay. I was gonna say Jessica is giving all these shout outs, but let's give a shout out to Jessica because without
Absolutely.
Jessica, there would have been no Goodwill, like really, truly, collaboration this year. So shout out to Jessica. You deserve it. Thank you so much for leading this. It was amazing. Poder Común was able to do some of this as well. Very well coordinated. Everything was on point. Good job, girl. All
Thanks.
right.
Emily.
Of course. All right. Well, what's next?
I'm glad you said that, Maria, because that was absolutely what I was going to do if you
Oh,
did.
yeah.
So yes, well done, Jessica. Next is our CSO recap from Kentucky just this past weekend.
Yeah. Ben or Puya?
Yeah, I'm here. I think Puya's here too.
On a
Maybe he's not.
bus.
He
Right.
was here. He's on a bus because he's currently on a learning tour. This man went from Kentucky to Atlanta and now he's in Alabama.
my
He's just that dedicated. And after this, he'll be in Pennsylvania. So we gotta, send our best regards to Puya on the field. But about Kentucky, right? So we sent a really small team out to Kentucky the last couple of days. I literally just got back last night. And we spent 3 days canvassing in Louisville for Andy Beshear. That's the governor's race. So 4 years ago, Andy Beshear won by like 5,000 votes. Like that margin for like a statewide race is like incredible, right? And so now that he's up for re-election again, like we just had to get out there and try to contribute in some way to the conclusion of this. So me, Puya, Matthew, and Christine Wells, a mighty team of four, went to Louisville for 3 days, and we door knocked in neighborhoods that has not been touched before at this election season. So we were really the first touch, trying to suss out like who supported Andy, who did not, why, what does it matter, and all of that, right? And it was a really kind of like weird. It was kind of weird. Those of you who have like door knocked leading up to election, you know that the script is all about get out there. When are you voting? What time it is? Like what's going on, right? It's very logistical and it's kind of like machine fire, But now that like we're this early, like more than a month out, the conversation is much more open. It's much more like, well, I don't like Andy because, or like, well, I support Andy because, and you have that room to talk to people and to really understand why. And to be completely honest, very polite people across the political spectrum. Kentucky is kind of like Pennsylvania, where people vote by person and not necessarily by party. So they'll do that thing where they zigzag down the ballot and just kind of like very rarely do they vote. Well, that's an exaggeration. But a lot of voters that I talked to said that like, they're just going to do some research and they'll make their own minds. So that was cool. We door knocked 1,116 doors.
Wow.
In blistering heat.
Well
But
done.
it was really fun. It was really, really fun. It was a great start. And you can also see too from our wonderful pictures that we had a really good time. Any questions on that? Or yeah, Maria?
Nothing. I was like, I added these photos and I'm thinking, is that who I think it is on the pictures?
Yo, okay. So that's the other thing. There were four of us as the core team, but we had guest canvassers throughout the trip. On the first day, we worked with this really cool local organization, the Kentuckians for the Commonwealth, and they had their local organizers and canvassers out to canvass with us. So kind of like learning straight up, like what is it like in Louisville, And then on the last day, Sam and David joined us.
I love it.
More along the lines to pick up Puya to go to the learning tour. But no, they really do like love canvassing and getting out there and talking to voters. So that was a really cool experience too.
Yeah, and really quick note here for some context for some folks who everyone knows who David Domke is. I mean, obviously he's on the picture. He's in the picture, everyone knows who that is. But Sam, for context, is actually our elite, awesome, amazing, caring driver who is incredible and has been with CP for a while now. They are honestly now I signed driver, I believe, for all the learning tours. So if you go on a learning tour, you will meet Sam. Sam is part of the CB family now. And so it was just so cute to see him do this, because I know I've heard of Sam doing this before, but I'm like seeing it and really like seeing these pictures. It's just so cool. So we love Sam.
Puya, are you? Yeah, exactly. Are you on the bus right now, Puya? I know
What'd you say,
Charles.
Ben?
Are you on the bus right now?
I am on the bus with Charles, David, and Sam, and 24 other people. Um, driving from Anniston to Montgomery. We're about 2 hours out. I know it's all been loud, so I'll mute myself, but just want to say hey, good to see everybody.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
Puya.
Thanks, Puya. Did Sam enjoy it? Just like I just want to know, like, how did he do? I mean, he's been on like the learning side of things, so that's so interesting. I think some people, taking that journey between like our learning space and our fieldwork space, he just like totally got dragged in. It's like you're part of it.
No,
He's a
for
team
real.
player.
He actually, I think he volunteered because like, so that's the thing, right? Like we didn't drag him, like he volunteered, and that's amazing. Because like he was
Yeah.
like, he's not gonna download mini event for just 2 hours of canvassing. So I just pointed to the doors that he would go down and talk to voters on, and at every single door, Sam, my man, would say, "That's so hopeful," if someone would say they
Aw.
support Andy, and then he would say, not so good. Someone didn't support
Yeah.
Andy. And then he would just be like, and then sometimes like, well, you need to have fun in the field. You just need to have fun in the field.
Yeah.
Kentucky, like they go all out for Halloween for some reason, and dinosaurs are a huge part of Louisville's Halloween decoration for some reason. So he would see like houses full of dinosaur skeletons. He'd be like, I'm gonna go up to that one because I need to know what's going on here. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ben, for sharing, and Puya. If you're traveling to Virginia, also though, if you're in this room and you are, Halloween is also big in Virginia, and I remember just seeing some really cool decorations. So if you are going, you can expect some really cool Halloween decorations.
Also,
Okay.
Shanita, I recognize that like you unmuted. Did you have like a comment or a question?
Thanks for catching that.
No
Ben.
reason it jumped off and rerouted.
All right, all good.
Thank you all. This is great. We love seeing the work being done, and just like shout out and kudos to you all for all those amazing doors. All right.
Well done. All right. Okay. Our next slide is about our letter writing parties. And Jessica, feel free to hop in here if you would like it all. We had 2 letter writing parties this past like week and weekend. We had 20 plus volunteers come join us at the CP office in Capitol Hill. And we wrote like over 670 letters. So super awesome. Like I like the work, like I'm so happy and proud about that, and like the turnout, like thank you all for showing up, and also like the opportunity to be together. I think that both of those made them like such special events. And yes, as been said in the chat, a huge thank you, shout out, heartfelt gratitude like to Donna, who helped us organize this by gathering the materials, helping us pick dates. Like truly would not have been possible without her. And so Donna, you are an organizer for sure. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, I want to also just say that Donna has been consistently pushing in a good way Common Power to do incredible things for our community. I think she's really been the one to be like, hey, how about this and how about that, and it's just, we love it and we appreciate it, and this is why things happen. So thank you, Donna. Yes, we'll always have your back. Thanks, Donna.
Of course, yeah, teamwork for sure. So yeah, yay.
Great accomplishment. Love that.
And if you're not able to travel or going into the field this fall, there are remote opportunities like this available. This letter writing opportunity was with Vote Forward, but also we're promoting phone banks and text banks on our Mobilize page as well. So just want to notable mention to the remote opportunities as well.
Beautiful. And for fieldwork for Virginia, I'm not sure if Ben or Puya want to add anything. I know we're going to be in Virginia Beach October 26th through October 30th, and then Richmond, Virginia, October 31st to November 8th. These are just timeframes, so you can join, I believe, at any point during these timeframes for the different places, locations in Virginia. It's going to be really exciting to be with the team down there. I know they're going to be doing some really great, amazing work. Pin or Puya, or probably Bin, want to say anything about our partners, share anything around Virginia?
For sure, yeah. I can jump in since I know Puya's environment is pretty loud. So I don't think I'm gonna harp on too much about like the stakes in Virginia. That seems to be something that we've said a lot over and over again. I will just do this. Here's the sign up form. It's in the chat, and you can see the dates there. Again, like come join us at any time within that time frame. Election date is the 7th, November 7th is election, and it's going to be a party down there in Richmond. And as you may have known too, like the orange shirts really give it away. We partner with New Virginia Majority. Every time that we've been in Virginia, they have been such a steady and strong partner for us, that we're just really grateful to help them out this year as well. So I think if you haven't been on the ground with us this year, something that might be a little new is this program that we're calling Action Assembly, which is like how we're marrying the voter engagement work that we do when we talk to voters, and also the political education and leadership development values that we have, and really putting that on the ground. So not only are we like, making change at the doors, we're also learning from local organizers and community leaders about what the work has been like, right, in the places that we go to, and what it will continue to be after we leave. And so when we know more about the context, about the people, about the community, we just become better volunteers at the doors. So that's kind of like an all-in-all holistic experience that you'll have in fieldwork when you join us.
Beautiful, Ben.
Right.
Thank you. That was great.
Oh, yes. Shout out to, hold on a second. Who's here? Vanessa, I see you in the chat, so I want to shout you out. Vanessa is one of our team leads for Team Virginia. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah. Is my video on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Well, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm a team lead. I won't be in Virginia Beach, but I will be in Richmond for the election. It's going to be a great trip. All the team leads are really excited to have everyone down there. We have some good Action Academy and learning events lined up. So we're really excited to share all of that with you guys. And yeah, it's a big election. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be hard work, but it'll be a lot of fun. And we would love to see any and all of you down there.
Thanks, Vanessa. Beautiful. Good to see you.
Yeah,
I know
good to
Vanessa and I
see you.
partnered up in Georgia last year for the for the work there. That was really cool. So if you're gonna be in Virginia for Richmond, you're setting up your success. You're being set up for success with the amazing leads that we have this year. All right. Thank you, Ben and Vanessa. All right.
Maria, let's go.
I know. I'm like, okay, well, I'm really excited to announce. No, I'm kidding. I feel like this has been announced kind of on IO, on commonpower.io, and other ways on our page on the website. But I want to officially, I'm just excited to announce that Common Power is doing work here in Washington in our own home this year. Starting to build relationships that are really going to be important for us to continue the work beyond fall 2023, and making sure that folks who are in Eastern Washington know that there's support here. I'm really excited to also introduce you all to our amazing Eastern Washington leads, who I am really excited to and super honored to be working with, to make sure that these efforts are all that it can be, and that they are successful in support of folks who we will mention in a second, in the races that we're supporting. So I'm going to introduce, some of you already know these people, have seen their faces in other Common Power places and spaces, but you might not know one of them. So I'm gonna introduce them as Poder Común first. Ellie.
Hi everyone. Yes, I am Ellie. You guys may see me on the Mobilize. I've been sending like messages, updates on Eastern Washington, so that's me. I am one of the team leads for Sunnyside Yakima, and yeah, I'm just excited to do this work.
Ellie, can you share a little bit about why this matters to you? Like why the work in Sunnyside and Yakima specifically matters to you?
Yes, I can. So this all started like a year ago, I think. I am from Grandview, Washington, like 15 minutes away from Sunnyside, like 40 minutes away from Yakima, and I would tell MJ that I wanted to do some work back home because back home is like a really conservative area, like really Republican, and I would tell her that I want to do work back home, and then this opportunity came up to do some work in Sunnyside, which is the neighborhood town from my hometown. So when she told me, I was like, yes, let's do it. And then so like being able to do this work back home is really important because it's a lot of Latinx communities, and majority is Latinx, and there's a lot of like not much voter engagement or voter history on that. So being able to go back home and just do this work is just really close to me. So yeah.
Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, I mean, Ellie has, and I will say that we're finally being able to really kind of come through and like be accountable into like also because I know that a lot of our volunteers have also asked Common Power, in recent years, when are we going to be doing work in Eastern Washington? And this is our answer to you all. We're excited to start building those relationships, like I mentioned, working with some incredible organizations that are already doing some work in their own communities. Some of them are more Latinx. So Poder Latinx is one that they're national, but we're doing, but they have a chapter in Washington. We have Latino Community Fund, who is also doing some work there, and another organization, EYA, in the Yakima Valley, who is also supporting of these races that we're supporting. So we're supporting the Lisa Brown, and who I'm gonna ask Jenny and Leslie to introduce themselves really quickly. Lisa Brown, who is in Spokane running for mayor, really important race there too, very close. We really need volunteers to go down to Spokane to support. Leslie, you want to tell them, I'm going to introduce Leslie, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself and just quickly tell them why it's important to support Lisa Brown in this race?
Yeah, hi, my name is Leslie. I'm a little bit newer to Common Power. I just joined this past summer. Ellie was actually my crew lead for Action Academy this summer. And I got this amazing opportunity to be your guys' team lead for the Spokane mayoral race. So Lisa Brown is running for mayor against Nadine Woodward. And Poder Común is supporting Lisa Brown and canvassing in Spokane. So as MJ already said, it's a super tight race. It's a really important race. We have some like really vital issues going on right now in Spokane. I don't know if you guys, if some of you guys know, but one of Spokane's biggest issues right now is homelessness. A lot of people are experiencing homelessness. And Lisa Brown has a lot of great ideas of how to help with that. But even so, it's still a really tight race, and it's really important to get to go out canvassing, because here in Spokane, voting isn't that high, even though a lot of people are able to vote. I just think it's really important. I know Spokane is really far from Seattle, but we really need the volunteers.
Yes, and Leslie will be leading efforts every weekend starting the 14th. So if you are hoping and willing to go, she'll be there waiting for you. We have the locations ready. Jenny, please drop the Spokane. Actually drop our Eastern Washington Mobilize link on there, the Spokane specific canvassing sign up sheet. And so in Sunnyside, we're going to be supporting a slate of 3 candidates. They're all Latinx, first-time runners. They're incredible. We've been able to meet some of them. And it's really, truly an opportunity for us to do incredible work and really make an impact, hopefully, for these communities that have been so disenfranchised for so long and left alone, really kind of to fight on their own. And so we're excited. And then finally, Jenny, who actually made these amazing assets. I want to shout out Jenny for her creativity and making sure that our community feels really also kind of attracted by the work and the way that she kind of communicates this awesome information.
So hi everyone, my name is Jenny. Yeah, I'm doing most of those like social media aspects when it comes to like Poder Común. So if you have seen it anywhere, or like our flyers or posts on social media, that's typically me. Yeah, I'm really excited as someone who was born and raised in the Seattle area. I think it's really important to start doing work in areas that like really do need our support.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. So we're gonna drop the Eastern Washington. That is our mobilize form. So that is truly where, if you want to know anything around our work in Eastern Washington, that's where you should sign up. We're sending weekly emails to folks to let them know about opportunities. Our first one here is this upcoming Saturday. I know that's a little too soon, but we do, if you do want to, we're happy to have you. But we are going to be having another opportunity in Yakima to support Dulce Gutierrez, who is running for Yakima District 1 for City Council. She's done it before, but her community really needs her. Also fighting for violence, making sure that there's, access to education, making sure that there's infrastructure for things that are really important in those communities. So she's great, and we're having sessions also for our Eastern Washington work every week starting. We already started them. This was our second time this week, but there's more upcoming. So we're dropping all the links in there. Let us know if you have any questions. Yeah, excited. Thank you all.
That's awesome. Great work. Thank you all for leading the efforts in Eastern Washington. Sweet. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to invite Jordan to give us some updates from the Institute.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and just share a little bit. It's kind of just a little update on our travels this fall and our learning tours. We have quite a few, but just recently we got back from the Tennessee and Mississippi Educators Learning Tour. So this was kind of our second level up from the Georgia and Alabama Learning Tour. I think that most of us are familiar with, where we take educators throughout historically significant places in the South so that they can better teach it to their students and have, that closer experience and proximity with these places that they teach about and that their students will be learning about. Actually, Shanita, that's on the call right now, was there with us on this trip and is in the photo on the left, our group. That was our last day where we got to just sit together in the morning and process and discuss and kind of, have conversations about how we were all going to move forward following the trip. It was many of them, and even myself, I can say it was life-changing, very impactful, as we all know, with the learning tours, just being in these spaces. And I think specifically for me, hearing from the educators is very inspiring for all the work that we're all doing. They're bringing up, the students that are going to be continuing on the work that we're all doing, and that can join us in door knocking and in field work. And so it's just really an amazing opportunity to be with them and see all of the amazing work that they're doing. Definitely gives me a lot of hope as we move forward through this year and definitely into election year next year. And then even right now with Charles on the call and Puya, they're on the bus with Seattle Seahawks execs for this current learning tour. And so they're on that Georgia and Alabama learning tour, just able to, I think, broaden the conversation with sports and civil rights history. And I think introduce us, to a new organization that's close to home for many of us with CP in Seattle, and kind of cultivate that relationship, which is super cool. And I know we were trying to see if they maybe would pop in with them there, but as Puya mentioned that they're with them, so super cool opportunity. But yeah, we just have a couple photos of our team on the right and then our wonderful educators on the left. Just an amazing opportunity. And whenever we have volunteer learning tours and anything like that, if anyone wants to join, I highly recommend learning tours that end up transforming us all, I would say. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for next year's volunteer learning tour when we release it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jordan.
Of course.
I'll give a little pause just to see if Charles and Puya maybe want to tune in from the bus, but totally understand, it's always hard on the road. So yeah. Hey, Charles.
Hey, I didn't hear the prompt before, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was actually showing off the picture that you were showing to David. Oh, you can't even see me. Let me show you what the bus looks like right now. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Here's the bus right now, everybody.
Love it.
You guys see that? You guys recognize that guy right there?
Yeah.
There's David. There's Victoria recuperating from the last
Hi, Victoria.
trip. There's Terry, not lost any energy at all. She's completely fine. Everybody's getting ready for trivia. We just had a big meal, and we're about to do some trivia. So
Awesome. That's great. I was
Yeah,
wondering if the trivia
good
had
time.
already happened or it was coming. So that's awesome.
no, it's coming. David's super excited about it. Got to do trivia every single time, but it's been a good journey so far. Just starting. These are really good. We're actually going to have a volunteer learning tour that's going to happen next spring. I think April. David's we're gonna send that out to some folks. If you're interested, out to me or anybody on the fieldwork team, and let us know if you may be available in April. We'd love to have you. It's pretty transformational stuff.
That's great, Charles. Thank you. Good plug. Awesome. Cool. Have fun, be safe, and have a great time. Sweet. Oh, Ben just wanted to call out that Ben put the tentative dates in the chat. So for folks
Harry
said count me in. Yeah.
Count me in.
I love it. Love to see it.
I've been wanting to do a learning tour for a while, so I think this is my time. I want to do it.
Yes, you'd be a valuable addition. So wonderful. Cool. Thank you again, Jordan, for sharing from the Institute. All right. Well, those are all of the department updates that we have formally programmed for tonight. Up here on our last slide for the evening, we have upcoming events. You know, the welcome sessions, I think most people who are in the community meeting tonight are probably pretty familiar with CP, but if you have friends or colleagues or family that are interested in learning more, we have welcome sessions happening every other week up until Election Day. And then Maria had mentioned this Eastern Washington launch. So you can see the asset again for there. And then a variety of fieldwork events tied to training, tied to going to Virginia, and then some remote fieldwork as well. But we'd love to, if anyone has any questions, thoughts, comments from tonight, feel free to come off mute or put them in the chat. Now is a great time.
Thanks, Kylie.
Yeah. I love looking at the assets. They're always so cute.
They're very pleasing. Yeah, they're like pleasing to the eye. Very aesthetic. Shout out to the marketing team and Jenny.
Yeah, I think one thing that I'll just call out here is that their upcoming this month is a coffee meet and greet with Team Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Marie, if you don't mind, like maybe pulling up like the Mobilize link or something just to drop into the chat.
Yes.
It's on October 11th, if I'm remembering correctly, and someone please correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it's the coffee meet. I thought it was on a Saturday.
It's Saturday, October 21st, and it's going to be at the Starbucks in Soto. So the Starbucks Reserve, the like headquarters.
I can totally. I'll put the link in a second. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thanks, Vanessa. Yeah, I knew it needed someone. That's our team lead. Oh, Shanita asked a good question in the chat. If we missed any of the training, are they recorded? So like the volunteer trainings, I'm assuming.
The volunteer trainings, no, they haven't been recorded. Especially the tools one, because we go into all these different rooms. But that's a good thing. Maybe we will record some. That's a good kind of call out.
Yeah, I was gonna add, even if it's not recorded, they are recurring.
Right,
So if you miss one, you can make it to the next one.
Yes, exactly.
And if there were like specific, oh, sorry, Maria, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, my bad. I was just gonna say the next volunteer training 101 is on on October 12th. So next Thursday. That's wrong. Sorry, I'm like trying to see the dates. And then on 10/12. And then our volunteer training 102 on the 24th, and then volunteer training 103 is on October 10th. So these are all on our website also though, like on our calendar. So you should be able to find those there.
Yeah, don't feel like you can just like be writing all of it down. And Trinita, if you have like specific questions or anything, you're obviously like connected to the CP community. So feel free to reach out and we'll definitely get the answers, like the resources that you're looking for.
Yes.
Sweet.
I'm gonna drop in the chat really quick the invite, going back kind of to the invite for the Virginia meet and greet. That's the one I just dropped in, the Mobilize. Yeah, it starts at 9 a.m. and it goes to 11 a.m. on the 21st.
Awesome. Sweet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop sharing just so we can, all see each other and be in the space, and stop the recording as well.